Hi, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time. My name is Dee and I want to get right into it. So I'm sitting here, not really sure what I'm going to tell you. So I've been kind of going through it with this channel lately, feeling a little unsure. A few weeks ago, my channel was growing. It was growing faster than I could have imagined. I was getting 100 new subscribers every week. And then about 2 weeks ago, it just stopped. It just halted and we're back to a trickle. And I don't know what happened. When I posted my Pretty Privileged video, if you haven't watched it, please, the link is below. I wasn't expecting it to get as much attention as it did. And to date, I think it's at 24,000 views. That's the most views I've ever gotten on this in my life, in my channel. And I got so excited. I was getting, all these people were coming into my channel. They weren't just watching that video, but they were watching other videos. And as I was putting out others, I was making numbers of over 1,000, and it was exciting. And I was thinking, finally, after all, always trying new things and trying to see what I can do, how I can connect with people, how I can find my stride. Something finally worked. And then out of nowhere, it just stopped. And I'm wondering, is this normal? If there's anybody watching this video who has a YouTube channel and you've been doing this for a while, can you let me know in the comments below if this is normal? This is what happens. There's the highs and the lows and the highs and the lows. Probably that's what it is. But this all made me think about life in general and how we tend to look at life and we value life. And more specifically, we tend to judge life based on what we perceive to be successes versus failures, or sprints versus, slow walks or crawls. And I'm somebody who, my whole life, I've always tried to reach success, to reach excellence, to do things that will pay off. And the thing that scared me the most about starting this journey was finally doing something that terrified me and failing in front of the whole world. And well, the thing about it is the world isn't watching. However many number of people watch my videos, even the most successful video I've had to date with 24,000 views, that's a lot of people. But in the larger scale of things, it's still a tiny fraction of the world. And so even though I have been putting myself out there, this channel not doing spectacularly doesn't really feel like a major fail because there's not that many people watching anyway. But when you get that taste of you're almost there, people are watching, people are sharing your video, it's going out there, and then it stops, it almost feels like a bigger defeat than when I started this channel and 1 or 2 people were watching. I literally remember the day that I got my first subscriber. It was the most magical feeling. It was incredible. It was amazing. And I felt so proud of myself. I got 1 person to think that what I have to say is valuable enough to subscribe to my channel. And then when 2 and 3, and then I finally told my family, because I had hinted at them that I had a YouTube channel, and then they were like, please tell us what's your channel's name so we can go. And then I told them, and then they all subscribe, and they've all been watching ever since. But it felt very organic. When the crowd started coming, it felt more like something had tipped the balance, and there was an avalanche. And it was exciting, and I felt like I was doing well. I felt like I am finally getting it right. That's what I told myself. I finally got it right. as if I was ignoring the successes of simply getting in front of the camera once a week on average and sharing my thoughts with whoever might listen, and having one or two people click subscribe, and how incredible that felt. It's as if all of that meant nothing. And today, as I'm sitting here feeling defeated, I came here to remind myself, and maybe remind you who are watching, that life is successful in small increments. Because I look back at when I started this channel and I knew nothing, absolutely nothing about editing. I would just sit in front of the camera and I would just record and, and just put it out and just click publish right away, because there was nothing to edit. And then when I started editing on iMovies, and then iMovies, I had that problem that the files became too big for my phone and it was taking up too much space. And then I switched to this other thing. What is it called? I'll put it up here. But I had to learn a new software, how to do editing on that. And then I got better at it. And then me being able to sit in front of the camera consistently and then get my thoughts together and do an outline and share my thoughts and just keep going, to continue going. When weeks and months would go by with no new subscribers, thinking about the fact that it's so sad that in the last 2 weeks I've had maybe 10 new subscribers is insane to me. 10 subscribers in 1 week? My earlier self, my last year self would be jumping up and down. It's so crazy how little minor changes in circumstances can completely change our perspective of what is a win and what is a loss. And there's such a mistake in viewing the slower times as failures, because there is so much victory in just learning and being in the journey and staying in the journey. It is such a rich, fertile, important time in life when you're not sure where things are going, but you just keep going, you keep trying, you keep striving. Those moments are more valuable than when you're just coasting by, when it feels easy. Because in those moments when it feels like, oh my gosh, I lost it, I'm never gonna get it back. In those moments where you continue to work and to hone your skills, you are preparing. It's like you're building a new cortex around yourself that's going to take you through times in life when you've reached the pinnacle and things start to get shaky. Because let me tell you something, I don't expect things to just go up and up and up and up in terms of once I get to a certain level, it's all gonna be easy. No, there's gonna be difficult times. Ask anybody who is at some huge level of influence. When times got rough, it's usually when they're sitting at the top. And listen, I don't know how far this channel is going to go. I would hope that it would go as far as some of the biggest YouTubers. That would be nice. But wherever I land, I know that at some point and at different points, I'm going to need to remember these moments and cherish them and say to myself, remember that time when you thought the channel wasn't going to grow anymore and it actually started picking up again. Life is about perseverance. The people who succeed at life are not the ones who are better at everything than everybody else. It's the people who continue even when it looks like things aren't going to work out. When it feels like, what's the point? The point is to get better. The point is to be smarter, to be stronger. The point is to persevere. That's the whole point. That's the lesson. That's the reward. the perseverance. So we persevere, we continue. So I didn't have a script today. I didn't have anything prepared today. I just wanted to remind myself and remind you, or let you know for the first time, if you're going through this, if your channel is not really growing, if it's not moving forward, and you're thinking it must be me, no, it's probably the algorithm. The algorithm just kind of boomeranged me up there and put me in front of a lot of people, and then it just kind of switched. But you know what? Boomerangs always return. So I will get the views at another time. I will get another round of people discovering my channel for the first time. My job is to continue putting out the work, to continue filming, to continue thinking of topics that you would find interesting, that I find interesting and I just want to share with you, to continue to bring myself to this place and just show up. Like I said in another video where I talked about the movie Facing the Giants, there was this scene that was so meaningful.
I admit to you I have been struggling, but I've also been praying. I just don't see him at work here.
Grant, I heard a story about two farmers who desperately needed rain, and both of them prayed for rain, but only one of them went out and prepared his fields to receive it. Which one do you think trusted God to send the rain?
Well, the one who prepared his fields for it.
Which one are you? God will send the rain when he's ready. You need to prepare your field to receive it.
Right now, the ground is parched, the soil is dry, the crops feel like they're dying, but I just have to keep on coming up here and prepare for rain. That's all I have to do. When the first rain came, when the first storm, the first deluge came, I was prepared. I had a whole bunch of videos that people can watch. And a lot of people who came and watched that video, they were watching some of my earlier work. And it was exciting seeing videos that I put out months before start gaining in numbers. That was wonderful. But we continue. We just have to continue doing the work. And what I'm doing here is just a tiny microcosm of how the universe, how the world will continue to work. There will be sprints and there will be crawls. There will be deluges and then there will be droughts. There will be starts and there will be stops. Your job is to stay consistent, to keep going. If you're somebody who's in the job market, you're looking for a job and things are looking kind of meager, any opportunity you have to have an interview or to just talk to somebody on the phone, consider it practice. You're preparing for that rain to come. You're getting better. You're honing your skills at communicating with people, of dealing with rejection. Learning to deal with rejection, I think, is one of the most valuable skills that anybody can have. And I've heard stories of people who went into sales just to get used to hearing the word no. And let me tell you something. The world, the universe works in a very funny way, in that when you're starting out, you're gonna get a bunch of no's. No, not interested, not here, no thank you, none of this, no. But when that first yes comes through, when that first yes happens, it changes everything. It doesn't mean that every single day you're gonna make a sale, but it means that your days of never getting a sale are completely over. Your days of you going through weeks and months of not even one person being interested, those days are over. Those days are gone. I've been there. I've had to be in a form of sales where in the beginning, nobody is interested, nobody is taking you up on the offer. But then when that first person takes you up on the offer, it's crazy. But there will always be no's, but then there'll be more yeses. It's as if there was a wall, a barrier that was there at the beginning that prevented people from receiving what you had. And once that first person opens that door for you, it signals something into the universe that, okay, others will feel comfortable. And it's possible that it's a more practical thing than just the universe or energy. It's very possible that when you're starting out, you're feeling unsure of yourself. You don't think anybody's interested. You don't think anybody wants any of this. And then once that first person says yes and allows you to sell whatever it is you're selling, you feel a little confident. So when you make that next call, there's a little bit of a confidence in your voice that wasn't there before. And in the past, when you were just starting out and you were so insecure, people could hear that insecurity in your voice and they were like, if you don't trust yourself, why would I trust you? No, thank you, click. But once you have that first taste of somebody believed me, somebody cares, somebody thinks I'm interesting, somebody thinks I'm trustworthy, that translates into your own voice when you talk to the next person. And maybe there's a confidence that is radiating through your voice. Maybe there's an energy that is being felt through the phone or through the camera or through the screen. Something changes. And you no longer are that person who nobody wants to listen to. I can tell you, that's how I feel. The first few times, I really felt, who's gonna wanna listen to me? Who's gonna care? But once that first subscriber happened, I thought, somebody thinks I'm interesting. Somebody thinks that what I have to say, it's worth their time. And once that happened, a little seed of confidence came into my heart. And that allowed me to show up more and to speak with more, confidence. I don't know. I don't know how that works. But I know that it is a principle of the universe, of life, of God, of whatever it is you believe in. There will be times when things slow down, but you will never get back to the place where it's completely gone and nobody cares. It will never happen. So whether you're looking for a job, whether you're in sales, whether you're looking for a romantic partner, it doesn't matter. You will get to the place where once that first door opens, it will never shut down completely. But you have to keep showing up. That's the key. That's what I wanted to say to you. You have to keep showing up. You are the secret to your success. It's not how many people think you're interesting. No, it's whether you think you're interested enough to continue to talk, to continue to show up. That's what you need to do. And so I am here to cheer you on while I cheer myself on, going through the slow times. The rain will come. The rain will come. Just keep showing up. Keep planting the seeds. So when the rain comes pouring down, spring will come. That was my video for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.